Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Over Under, the show where we talk about things and decide whether or not they are overrated or underrated. This time, not in the wrestling discourse. We're not talking about wrestling today. I've got Rylan here with me. Rylan, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm full. I'm ready to go.
And I've got Chef Jack. Chef Jack London, how are you doing, man?
Look, man, it's food. I'm a chef. Let's go.
So, if you haven't read the description of this, we are talking about fast food chains today. And as a man who is a fast food connoisseur, let's say, I did the game not long ago where I added up the total for my month, my orders on the delivery apps. I'm not going to tell you the number, but it was a sizable number. Let me tell you.
I don't play that game. I don't. I can't do it.
It's like
I'd rather it not be. I'd rather it not be known.
Yeah. It had more digits than I wanted it to. We'll say
I
that.
love it. I love it. That is great.
So, without further ado, we're going to get into this. We tried to make this as universal as possible, but there may be a few that we haven't had the chance to hit yet. Yeah, reach out to us and let us know your favorites as well, because I'm sure I think at the end we'll talk about some own personal favorites as well if we want to get some local content into there. But Rylan, how about we start things off with one that I think is a bit interesting because the company is different in Canada as is the United States. Rylan, A&W.
Ooh. Okay. It's expensive. It's really good. It's really good. I believe, Kyle, I could quote you in saying that if you get the onion rings and don't just drink the batter out of the bag, you're not really having the full A&W experience, which is 100% accurate, especially with a root beer float.
Also, yeah, if you get a cola, if you get a Coke beverage at an A&W, then you should just be asked politely to leave.
They should only have root beer. Here's the thing about A&W is it's all the best parts about the 50s, which there wasn't lots, so it's all the best parts thrown into a restaurant. And every once in a while, not very often for me, but every once in a while, I like to just drink onion ring batter, and that's what I gotta say. I'll give it a push because of the fact that it's expensive, but I love me some A&W.
Jack, have you done the A&W before?
So I have, and the only thing that I have had from A&W was a root beer float, and it was good. It was good.
You got basically half the experience because it's that and onion rings. You basically nailed it.
So that I got probably about a week ago. I went and got one just for nostalgia's sake. But no, I have never drank the onion batter. Maybe I need to give it another shot.
You damn right you do.
I would recommend. Again, the companies are different, so I'm not sure if the A&W experience is the same in the U.S. as it is in Canada, but up here, let me tell you something. My local A&W, the peak hours were between 6 and 8 a.m. because the old people crowd, they love them some A&W breakfast. Go in there and have their coffee and chat. It was a time. I'm with you, Rylan. I'm going to push A&W. I quite enjoy it. It is very good, but it'll set you back a little bit more than you necessarily want fast food to set you back. And
A&W. I'm sorry to interrupt, Kyle, but A&W might be one of the only fast food chains that held on to that hot dog that they had on the menu. Or so the whistle dog, that thing was just holding on by its fingertips, and finally they were like, "We got to get rid of it." And he's like, "No!" Like
they tried to make the hot dog a thing.
It's just a hot dog. That's the problem.
Rylan, Arby's.
Oh my God, underrated. Arby's. I'm a slut for Arby's. Firstly, okay, so when I get Wendy's, I have them send me the cheese sauce that they put on their nachos and whatever else because I like to dip my fries in it. But if I could have a roast beef sandwich with essentially the same cheese sauce just layered in that, and then whatever their wonderful barbecue sauce is. Also, horseradish, gross, but Arby's does it right. Arby's does it right. I've never had something from Arby's that I didn't think tasted good. However, I've also never had anything from Arby's that did not come back in an unfavorable fashion. It's probably not made to be consumed by humans, but I fucking love Arby's. I fucking love it. So underrated.
Okay. Jack, Arby's.
Yeah, I think on Arby's, I'm gonna go underrated. They have the meats. They have they have great brisket, and they put bacon on and candied bacon, and which I mean, shut up and take my money. The sauces are good. I like the apple pies that they have. Those are pretty good. So yeah, I'm rocking with some Arby's.
Curly fries.
That's another good one. Yes.
Look. It has admittedly been a minute since I've been to Arby's, but and curly fries always make things better.
Yes, they do.
I will give them that, and they don't do the curly fries wrong. But that cheese sauce is an abomination unto the Lord.
No.
And it needs to be removed from the. And also, they've got the meats, but that meat looks grayer than I would like it to. And it is
like you lower your expectations with a $6 sandwich, my friend.
It is illuminated by the cheese sauce that I am not convinced wouldn't glow in the dark. I've never tried it, but I'm not convinced.
Are you convinced there's cheese in the sauce?
I'm not convinced of that. I think there's
cheese flavor.
There's a minimum. I think there is a minimum requirement of cheese they have to put in it to make it cheese sauce. But I don't think that minimum's a large number. I don't know that it's 2 decimal percentage or a 2 digit percentage. I'm gonna go overrated on Arby's.
Arby's is expensive.
Yes.
Arby's is very expensive. It is very expensive.
It does have to factor too. Like, to be clear, if we're talking about fast food, we're talking about convenience and consistency, and we're talking about price, but then obviously taste is the biggest factor. But those other things can't be discounted. Rylan, Chick-fil-A.
Never had it. I've heard some questionable things about the company. I've also heard it's delicious. So I'm conflicted. I'm going to push.
I'll go before Jack does. Chick-fil-A. It exists in Canada. There are some Chick-fil-A's in Toronto. I have not really been to Toronto properly, and it hasn't made its way here. So the Chick-fil-A is not here yet, and I haven't really traveled to a place where they were big. So I'm going to push for now and wait and see when I get the chance. Jack, Chick-fil-A. Enlighten us.
Chick-fil-A is overrated in some ways. You can't get it on Sunday. I don't know how much that bothers anybody, but there's no Chick-fil-A open on Sunday. It's not happening.
Yeah.
The chicken is good. It has a nice sweetness to it. They're known for the sweet batter in their chicken. They're known for their sauces. Now they're starting to sell Chick-fil-A sauce and Polynesian sauce. So that's really good. But other than that, it's not, they have the waffle fries, which, you don't see waffle fries everywhere, but the waffle fries are just okay, which is another reason why it's kind of overrated. The lemonade, they have lemonade and they do make the lemonade from scratch, but it's just okay. So yeah, Chick-fil-A is just okay. It's yeah.
All right.
Overrated.
All right, we'll go overrated for that. There we go. Rylan, moving on to Dairy Queen.
Oh. Okay. God, I don't think anyone looks at Dairy Queen and goes, it's overrated. And if you are saying that, there's a part of you that's dead. And you should get that looked at. My favorite thing from Dairy Queen is the blizzard that has like the peanut butter throughout the middle of it. I think, oh my God.
Yeah, the Royal Blizzard. Yeah.
Oh,
the Reese's Royal Blizzard.
It's fantastic. But honestly, growing up, I have a lot of really positive memories from Dairy Queen. Like that was a place that like my dad liked to go to every once in a while. And he got the same thing every time, peanut butter parfait, which also fucking slaps, by the way. That's a really good sundae. The food is surprisingly good. The food is surprisingly good. I understand that there's a garlic bread fiasco going on somewhere in Manitoba about the Dairy Queen garlic bread.
We will talk about that. We will get to that.
But I think you're a monster if you don't like Dairy Queen. I'm gonna go with a push on it.
Cool. Jack, Dairy Queen.
So if we're talking Dairy Queen for the desserts, I'm going to say that it is underrated. The food, yeah, but who doesn't love a blizzard? Now, they used to give you the blizzard upside down to let you know how great it is. I don't see them doing that anymore, and maybe there's a reason for it. But, I mean, a blizzard is iconic. You can't touch it. So if we're talking about all of the dessert treats, the dilly bars, and that, all of that hits me right here. It hits me in the feels. But if we're talking about the food, like they serve gravy with the chicken, it's just a little, no. Yes, no. So I'm going to say it is underrated for the ice cream, overrated for everything else that's not dessert.
So 2 stories. I'm not going to tell too many stories over the course of this, I promise, but 2 stories from this one. First of all, as you mentioned, Jack, they used to do the upside down. My brother, one of the luckiest people in the world, they did the upside down to the blizzard, and half of his blizzard came out. So he got a blizzard and a half that day because they had to make a whole new one. And that's a victory day as a kid. That's a victory day, is get the blizzard and a half.
It's a good day.
Not a good day for the person working there, but but as a kid, that's a victory day. I'll say this: I love the Dairy Queen. I'm gonna give it a push as well. Ice cream stuff, everything you mentioned, the blizzards always hit just right, especially in summer. It'll get lined up. The food, their chicken fingers are solid. They do a fine chicken finger. The burgers are kind of They're kind of They try to throw stuff on it to make it whatever. The thing that Rylan was mentioning, this is the most, how do I describe this? The most Letterkenny story I have in my back pocket. I remember saying, I basically gave a push in real life to Dairy Queen food while I was working for the city of Brandon, Manitoba, which is a city of about 50,000 people west of Winnipeg. And people were ready to fight me because in Brandon, Manitoba, they didn't have a Dairy Queen proper. You could only get the ice cream stuff in Brandon. So they had to drive another hour to a smaller city. There's a smaller town called Neepawa, Manitoba, to get the Dairy Queen. And they said, like, and I said, like, the food's fine. Like, it's not bad. It's fine. Said, no, you don't understand. It's the garlic bread. It's the garlic bread. I'm like, it's just garlic. Like I've had the garlic bread. It's not the best garlic bread I've had at a restaurant.
Fucking
certainly.
Fast food garlic bread.
It's fast food garlic bread, y'all. But but yeah, that was the where I spoke out of turn. I spoke out of turn a couple times living in Brandon, Manitoba, let me tell you. But the one day I remember where everyone was ready to come at me was saying that the Dairy Queen food was only okay. The resolution of that story, by the way, Brandon now officially has a Dairy Queen with food. So you don't have to drive into town anymore. So hooray for them. That happened about 2 years ago. I have been gone for a decade. Thank the Lord. So all of that to say, push. Rylan, Five Guys.
Oh, only had it once. Burger was okay. The fries were fantastic. The amount is outrageous. When they just pour more fries in the bag and look you in the eye, and it's like they're not saying you're a bitch, but they're thinking it. And you just like you almost want to sit in and just keep eyeing the guy while I'm gonna finish this bag of fries. You watch. I burgers okay. I gotta say overrated though.
Oh, Jack, Five Guys.
I think about Five Guys and think about, when Eric Bischoff just taps his hand over his heart and just tells you, I'm back and better than ever. Five Guys is underrated for several reasons. Number one, they got all you can eat peanuts. So if you are into peanuts, if you are at all into peanuts, you can fill up on those. It's a little pricey. It's definitely a little pricey. But for the amount of fries that you get, the fact that they tell you what farm the fries come from, the fact that they're almost the perfect French fry because it's done the way French fries should be done. The right method of blanching them first, then coming back with the higher heat, get a nice crispness to them. Then you can hit them with some of the malt vinegar if you're freaky like that. I like the gimmick is they tell you, you can have as many toppings as you want. So you can get as many pickles and onions, you can get grilled onions. I love it. And even if you are trying to lose weight, you can come in there and they will wrap a hot dog in lettuce for you just to help you achieve your fitness goals. How could a place like that be overrated? It can't be. It's incredible. That is underrated.
Five Guys is criminally underrated.
I'm the heel here.
You are 100% the heel. And Five Guys is great, and everyone knows it. It's still underrated. So here's what I'll say about Five Guys. For all the fast food places that are out here messing around, putting new stuff on the menu, that Five Guys board got 8 things, and all 8 of them are the best of those things that you're going to get. That burger's great. Those fries are great. The Cajun salt. You want that Cajun salt on the fries, man.
Mm-hmm.
It hits just right. The grilled cheese, surprisingly good. Like, they know exactly how to do, and they're not going to go out here and add some fancy whatever thing on that menu to go ahead and mess up the money when they know when their bread is buttered. Five Guys hits every time, and man, that when you get that paper bag and it's filled to the brim with Cajun fries, you got to eat your way to the burger. You got to earn that burger by eating your way through. That's how you know.
You brought a tear to my eye, man. Just hearing you say that.
Speaking of, the first Five Guys in Canada was in Brandon, Manitoba. That is also that was the first Five Guys they brought to Canada.
You guys got garlic bread?
They got garlic bread now. They only got that now. But they've had that Five Guys there for like 15 years, which is weird. It was the first one in Canada. Rylan, Hardee's. Not too many of these in Canada. Have you done the Hardee's?
I have not. So I honestly, I feel like I remember the commercial because, like you, I grew up with some American channels and we got some of the advertisements. But I feel like it's like a grilled cheeseburger place. Maybe I'm wrong.
They were big into the attractive women eating the burgers commercial. That was their whole thing.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, I got to push it for that.
I have done Hardee's before, so I'll let Jack. Jack, tell me about the Hardee's.
Very overrated. Very, very overrated. Yeah, the commercial, Paris Hilton eating the burger, and the burger, all the drippings are getting everywhere. They are. I cannot think of a good meal that I've had at Hardee's. It just doesn't stick with you. I've had okay stuff, but I don't have any good memory attached to Hardee's. And for that, it is it's overrated. Very overrated. Even with Paris Hilton. She couldn't even save it.
So another story, because I'm hoping not to do too many of these. I was staying at a hotel in Edmonton. It's in Western Canada. And it was the hotel had a parking lot with it was adjacent to a bunch of fast food places. And so I had my choice on that particular evening between Hardee's and Popeyes. And I had never had Hardee's before. So I decided, you know what? We're going to try something different. We're going to do something new. We're going to do the Hardee's. We're going to see how it is and see how it feels. Let me tell you something. I ain't never going back. I'm not making that mistake again. I regret choosing Hardee's over Popeyes to this day. It's an unnecessarily messy burger. It's way more expensive than it has any business being. And the sides are real bad. Fries are no good. I think I tried something else. It wasn't very good. That's a pass for me.
Fair enough.
Rylan, I tried to avoid pizza a little bit on this, but there are some popular pizza places, so I do have a few. Rylan, hit me up with your opinion on the Little Caesars.
Tastes like $6. That's a quote from DK. I can't take that one away from him. But no, tastes like $6. It's uncomfortably heavy for a medium pizza. Like that thing, it shouldn't be that girth and weight. Like it's too much. Little Caesars, they say hot and fresh. Only one of those words is the truth. It's hot.
They keep that thing warm. They keep that box warm. They've kept it warm for the last 2 hours.
That's true. I've had better pizza sitting in a conveyor for a day than I have had at Little Caesars. So I'm going to go overrated on Little Caesars.
Jack, Little Caesars.
So there are eras of Little Caesars, you know. So you think about the $5 pizza era where you come in anytime you come in hot and ready, it's serviceable, you know. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's $5. You can feed a family, you know, with a couple of them. I would say now everything is kind of getting expensive again. Like they're starting to do more custom stuff. Now they got stuffed crust pizza. So back in the day when it was $5 and you could feed a family on it, okay. But now everything is getting expensive and they're not really doing the $5 pizza that well anymore because they want you to pay for the $10 pizza or the $12 pizza. So now everything is suffering because they want to upsell you. And with that is definitely overrated.
I'm with you, Jack. They're trying to be what you had a lane. And it wasn't a great lane. Because let me tell you something. That pizza, everything about that pizza tasted kind of like pizza. It was a little bit off. It was hard to explain. The crust, the sauce, the cheese, the toppings. It's hard to explain, but it's just a little bit off. But you paid $5. You got that. You get those breadsticks for like another $1 with the crazy sauce or whatever they called it. That's a lunch right there.
Yeah.
And you didn't feel good about it, but you're only $6 deep on that lunch. But yeah, now that they're trying to get out of that lane, you have a home. Go to your home. Don't wrap my Little Caesars pizza in bacon. That's not going to make it better. That's just ruining bacon. It's not even good bacon. Anyway, Sam.
It's just amazing that when you say they have all of the elements that would be familiar on pizza, they have the sauce, they got the cheese, they got the crust, and it's still somehow disappointing. Even with that.
They put it together. It looks like a pizza. And then you bite into it. It's just like, it feels like this reminds me of pizza.
It tastes like disappointment every time.
Rylan, Panda Express. Have you done the
I have never had it, so I can't speak on that one.
Okay. Jack, do you know the Panda
So-
Express?
I have. So Panda Express is serviceable if you're at the mall food because they always come out with the free samples. You know, they got a little orange chicken in a little cup and they bring it out so everybody can try it. So it's serviceable. It's expensive. There would have to be certain factors, like there would have to be no other Chinese restaurant in the area.
Yeah.
And I'm like super craving it. And it's nothing within a 30-minute drive. Then I may have a very sad Panda Express experience.
Yeah.
But if there's something 45 minutes away or so, I'm going there. So Panda Express is definitely overrated.
Now, as a person who has had probably one of the worst meal experiences of my life at a Chinese food restaurant in Rapid City, South Dakota, which was a choice on my family's part that I wouldn't have made if I was in charge of the decision, but it happened. Panda Express is an overrated. It's fine. And like sometimes fine is what you're looking for. But to me, particularly orange chicken, that describes the color, not the flavor. It's never a great sign.
It's so sad.
Oh man. I like to the ones who want to prove us wrong and sponsor us, by all means, I'll sing your praises. But like some of these is gonna take a little bit more work. Yeah, Panda Express. It's been a while, admittedly, so I like maybe it's changed since then. There are some Panda Expresses here.
It's the same, trust me.
Yeah.
It's the same.
So yeah,
It's the
overrated. Overrated. Rylan, Popeyes.
Oh, okay. So, man, I didn't ever have Popeyes until I must have been 26 because I moved out to Ontario. And at the time in Winnipeg, we did not have Popeyes.
Yeah.
So I moved out to Ontario and it took me months to get to one, but I finally get to one. And at first glance, I was like, it's okay. It's chicken. It's good. You know, I enjoy it. Like Cajun fries. But no, it's the best chicken place, best fast food chicken place there is. Like it's hands down. Like every sandwich is good. My son eats it, and he doesn't eat anything that you know. Like he eats the mac and cheese, man. The mac and cheese ain't good, and I love mac and cheese, but that shit's not good. He loves it. No, Popeyes, it tastes great, and like more Cajun fries, more Cajun everything. I'm gonna go with sorry, I'll go with a push on it.
Okay, cool. Jack, Popeyes.
So Popeyes. Great thing about Popeyes is they reinvigorated. I think they stimulated the U.S. economy with the chicken sandwich wars. Were you gentlemen familiar with the chicken sandwich
We've
wars?
only heard bits and pieces now, because like the chicken supply in Canada is different. So I remember like Popeyes having like Toronto and stuff like that, having to come out and say like, no, we have chicken sandwiches because there's still chicken here.
It's the chicken sandwich wars. I saw grown men fight in a parking lot over these chicken sandwiches. Now, were they good? They were damn good chicken sandwiches. Was it good enough to get entangled in fisticuffs? I don't know. But I will tell you, the chicken sandwich wars, so many restaurants benefited from it. Because when they couldn't keep up with it, everybody started making chicken sandwiches. So when you look at Popeyes for what they did with the chicken sandwich wars, when you look, I love at Popeyes, they have the red beans and rice. Have you ever had the red beans and rice?
Yes.
They are
Red beans
fantastic.
are so good.
Why is it so fantastic? I don't know.
No.
And I don't care. Just keep giving it to me. So yes, Popeyes is definitely underrated because the boom that it gave the economy. Who would think something as simple as brioche, a pickle, some sauce, and a very well fried spicy chicken sandwich could just bring the nation to their knees. But they did. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Popeyes is mad underrated. Like those Cajun fries are excellent. And there are times where I'll go and I won't get the Cajun fries because I love me some red beans and rice. The mashed potatoes is fine, but that Cajun gravy, oh, that Cajun gravy is something else. I'll say this for a place that doesn't make traditional poutine, that Cajun fries and Cajun gravy in a poutine, that hits just right sometimes. It's expensive, but it hits just right. Also, side order of popcorn shrimp. Can't do it at too many places. Do love to do it there. And the sauces, man. They figured out a way to make ranch palatable. That's all easy to do.
Oh. Kyle's famous line is ranch is white people food.
Well,
it's not fully true, but in Canada, it certainly feels that way. Popeyes, underrated. They brought them into Winnipeg, and that's the thing. So Canada is a bit different for the chicken sandwich because it's a very recent like boom as well. It's a very recent boom because the Popeyes into Canada, they've had a couple smattered around, but now they're really starting to push them. Like I know Winnipeg where I live has about 7 or 8 of them, which there's not too many places where they got that many locations of that aren't McDonald's. And there's another Canadian specific one that we didn't list called Mary Brown's. And that's the battle back and forth here is Popeyes and Mary Brown's. Those are the two good ones. Both very good in their own right, but we're not talking about Mary Brown's. We're talking about Quiznos. Rylan, what you feeling about Quiznos?
So it's just, I don't know. I've always been a bigger fan of Quiznos than like say Subway, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. But I don't know, something about toasting that sandwich extra and putting it on, a garlic loaf as opposed to, the bread selection at Subway, which is just very, very plain. No, Quiznos, I think it gets a bad rap for just being, expensive and, overly fancy for a sandwich, but I love me some Quiznos. I haven't had it in probably 15 years, but I miss it. I miss it. Underrated.
Jack, Quiznos.
So Quiznos would be very overrated. And I think you just hit the nail on the head. Like it's serviceable. It's something. But if there's a Quiznos right next to a Penn Station, like it's no competition. I'm going to Penn Station every time. So yeah, Quiznos, they're definitely overrated.
So the ubiquity of Subways in Canada has basically, like, we don't have a huge sandwich shop culture to begin with. It's a lot more coffee shop culture that serves sandwiches than it is sandwich shop culture. So the ubiquity of Subway had kind of drowned out. There were some other Canadian specific ones. I don't know if you remember Mr. Sub, Rylan. Mr. Sub was a time. But there are some more Canadian specific ones, but Subway has kind of drowned out the sandwich market in Canada. And Quiznos hits pretty good. I'm not saying they're amazing sandwiches, but if I'm choosing a sandwich shop between Quiznos and Subway, I'm choosing Quiznos 10 times out of 10. And the lack of other ones, like I don't know how good Jimmy John's even really is. We don't have Jimmy John's really in Canada. We don't have Penn Station in Canada. If they exist, there's only a couple of them. So there's definitely a market for sandwiches here that aren't Subway, but there's Subways everywhere. So yeah, that's a tough one. I'll say underrated for Quiznos, but I definitely see where you're coming from, Jack. Sonic. This is I'll start and say I think Rylan's probably in the same boat. There's no Sonics here.
Yeah,
that's a push.
I really want to try it though. It looks.
I do. Like that was the thing. Sonic was the one that the commercials were the most. That when we got the TBS commercials here, and they got all the Sonics with all the odd. They're the ubiquity of the hot dogs. The cold drink, like those like icy drinks or whatever it was, all that stuff. It seemed really interesting. And I always wanted to try it, but we're not like close to Sonic. Even getting into America, like Minnesota, North Dakota, that ain't exactly Sonic country. So
Sonic is definitely underrated. Just if you just look at it from the drink machine and all of the different flavor combinations that you can get, a cherry lemonade or cherry lime lemonade or grape lemonade, then they actually put nerds in it too, so you can have that experience. Pop rocks they'll do. They keep a menu stock full of like cheap food, so that way you can come and get burgers and fries, and they did a garlic bread burger not too long ago, which was fantastic. The foot long hot dogs, they actually put American cheese on the chili dogs, which I don't know how you gentlemen are about American cheese. I'm a big fan of American cheese, and they actually put it on there, not cheddar. American cheese. It's a nice touch. The fact that you can get onion rings, you can get chicken rings, you can get mozzarella stick. Like if you can put it in a fryer, you can get it at Sonic. And even in addition to that, they have all of the drinks, and they have where you can get your drink with all of the different, grape aids and all of that. So you can make root beer floats of endless kinds. Like, can you tell that place is absolutely underrated? And they'll even bring it to your car. In some places, they'll bring it on roller skates, and they just skate and they give it to you. And it's incredible. Like that place. And they always adding to the menu. So if you don't go for a little bit, trust me, when you go back, there's new stuff. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Keep that one rolling.
Like Sonic is the one that, like, the next time I go down to the US, if there's a Sonic nearby, I definitely need to try it, because
yes,
I've always been curious.
If you gentlemen come to the US, you tell me when you're coming. I'm coming to see you. I'm just telling you, I'm coming to see you.
Absolutely. Wallet Media Tour 2025.
Oh, we got to do it. We got to make a trip down. So this one, I don't know if this one's going to be. I'm going to ask Jack first for this one, because this is for the Canadians, because I'm fast. Jack, have you done the Tim Hortons before?
I have.
Okay.
I have. Tim Hortons. I'm going to say it's overrated.
Yeah.
And I can't even say why it's overrated. Look, I've been to Tim Hortons 3 times and didn't even order anything. Like, I came in with my computer to do some work, and the fact that I sat in Tim Hortons and I looked at the menu and I did work and didn't end up buying anything 3 times, that tells me everything I need to know. Like, yeah. So that one is going to be overrated for me.
All right, Rylan, Tim Hortons.
Overrated. Listen, I worked at Tim Hortons for like 6 weeks, and I still have nightmares about those lineups. Those angry people. The life of a barista is a hard life. No, I'm a slut for Starbucks. I mean, firstly, when it comes to Tim Hortons, like I generally, don't get me wrong, I intake a lot of Tim Hortons. It is overrated though. Their coffee tastes like a cigarette was put out in it. Their iced coffee is okay at best, too expensive for the size that you're getting. When you go to Starbucks and you get a large iced coffee, it's like the size of a backpack. Like, you get enough for the day. When you go to Tim Hortons, it's like not even half of it. And you're just like, that costs nearly the same amount of money these days. So overrated on Tim Hortons.
So this is the Canadian sort of backstory. because the greatest trick Tim Hortons ever played is that they tried to make us believe that they were just Canada. That this company that isn't even owned by Canadians anymore. It was just Canada, and we had to be Canadian to go to the Tim Hortons. Let me tell you something. There was a point in time where McDonald's Canada decided they wanted to break into the breakfast market, so they bought out the supplier of Tim Hortons coffee. Just exclusively bought it out. That's some Vince McMahon of the territories type of stuff that they did there. And you know what? It worked. It worked.
Yeah, it did.
Tim Hortons coffee got markedly worse, and McDonald's coffee tasted familiar to Canadians. The donuts have got there's a sort of ubiquitous culture there's a big donut culture here in Canada. I don't know if you know that, but the donuts have gotten worse.
They're too ambitious. I don't want mini eggs on my goddamn donut at Easter time. It doesn't make a fucking bit of sense.
They don't even, but they're frozen, just it's donuts. Come on, you don't need to skimp on donuts. We're willing to pay a little bit more for better donuts.
I live across the street from a local bakery, and their firstly, you get a dozen donuts for under $10, which is steal. And it's made in a fucking bakery as opposed to these shops that they put up, and they train Fran from accounting how to be an overnight baker. Yeah.
And now Tim Hortons is getting into pizza. Stop it, Tim Hortons.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Only after 11. Only after 11.
Overrated. Let it be clear. For the people, for the Americans in the audience, let it be clear. I know everybody thinks we love the Tim Hortons, but Canadians have strong feelings that the Tim Hortons has gotten worse.
Yes, and we not, but Canadians are a simple people.
Yes.
We like the Tim Hortons because it was cheaper than the Starbucks.
Yes, and it was decent coffee and decent donuts. That's all we're asking. We are not asking for the moon here. And they're out here giving us chicken sandwiches and soup in a bowl made of bread.
Me and Kyle grew up
for this.
Me and Kyle grew up in Winnipeg. We had to deal with Robin's Donuts for 10 years of our lives. Never mind Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway.
God. I'll say this. This is one of my favorite things of all time. I worked at City of Brandon, as I mentioned, and this is gonna be nothing to you, Jack, but they built a new Robin's Donuts in the city of Brandon while I worked there. This was in 2013. I didn't realize that they were putting up more of those because they keep closing all the ones that they had.
Well,
they built a brand new one.
Ugh, the donuts there were 6 days old. It was just
awful.
Everyone you bit into it was more crunchy than it should have been.
So I'll tell you this: a Boston cream donut is supposed to have pudding in it, not Cool Whip. What are you doing, Robbins? Anyway,
no, don't do it.
Yes,
don't do it.
Don't do it. We're not asking for the world here. Anyway, let's cleanse the palate of all of that and talk about Wendy's. Rylan, what's your feelings on Wendy's?
I love this redheaded bitch. I love her so much. Wendy's underrated breakfast. Underrated, McDonald's. 100%. McDonald's likes to claim they are the fast food breakfast place with their McGriddle, and I love a McGriddle. But the Wendy's breakfast, the breakfast Baconator, which I've never been a fan of the Baconator because it's almost intimidating the amount of bacon they put on that. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
It comes for you, and you feel it.
However, at breakfast time, it's just right. And I don't know. I got their breakfast one again. What comes down to me, a big thing for breakfast with me, coffee culture in Canada, giant iced coffee. Another almost bigger than Starbucks. Comes in a giant Slurpee cup. It's great. But no, I got their breakfast one morning and I'm like, no one talks about this breakfast enough. Also, again, portobello mushroom melt. That was a classic from Wendy's. DK, he's famous for Dave's Double. That's the best menu item he claims. I love Wendy's. I'll say underrated for Wendy's because people don't talk about it enough.
Jack, by the way, if you ever do come to Canada, ask Canadians where they get their coffee. There's passion behind more than coffee choices for Canadians. Let me tell you something. Jack, Wendy's.
So, and I agree, it is underrated, but for some different reasons. Like the fact that the burgers are fresh, never frozen, and they use said burgers to turn into chili that they will put on a perfectly crafted baked potato for you. The fact that somebody was genius enough to take a sea salted French fry and go into the shake and taste it and find that even that is incredible. Then you just look at, you got your baconators, you got like it is very underrated. It is very underrated. Didn't they have the Big Buford back in the day? Was that them?
I think that was them, yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, they are underrated. Wendy, yeah, you my girl, Wendy. You my girl.
Also, Dave Thomas was the most gentle figure growing up to watch, talk about fast food.
Yeah, he was fast food Mr. Rogers, 100%. Yeah, Wendy's is underrated. Recently did the breakfast for the first time. If you want to break into the breakfast market, you got to come with something it's pretty clouded in here. You got to come with something interesting. What do? French toast sticks in a cup. Nailed it. First try, Wendy's. You nailed it first try. I got to give you credit. No, it's even the salads. Wendy's taco salad on the right day, that hits just right. Those burgers are great. Bacon poutine from Wendy's. It holds up. They do a good job of it. Yeah, Wendy's is just great. So underrated. Rylan, this is gonna be an interesting one because I'm not sure how many of these are in Canada. Have you ever done White Castle?
No, but I've always dreamed to. Ever since that movie came out, Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
I want to smoke a joint and eat a a White Castle burger. It doesn't look like there's much to it. It looks like it's two dinner rolls.
They're going with volume. Yeah.
Right.
Their whole thing seems to be volume.
You buy 62 of them.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I've never, so there's no White Castles here. I've never done one in the U.S. Just never happened to be around one with people who were interested or whatever it was. Definitely always wanted to. There's been White Castle style burger places that have come up here, but none of them have really hit. So I got to push it, unfortunately. Jack, where you at on the White Castle?
White Castles is underrated, for a few reasons. Number one, believe it or not, Valentine's Day, White Castles is packed, and they have candlelight dinners for couples that come in and just share a great appreciation for very small burgers. And they have candlelight dinners, and it's RSVP. You're not just going to walk in there on a Valentine's Day and think you're going to get a table. No, that's decided months in advance. People know that they're coming. So the burgers are great. They're steamed. They're small. They're easy to eat. I just think there's a culture behind White Castles. There's a reason why Harold and Kumar went there. You want to get high and eat a lot of these very small burgers, and they're good. And they're different than everything else. Some people could say a burger's a burger. There's nothing like a White Castle burger. A White Castle burger is not like any other burger anywhere. And I've lived in places without White Castles, and White Castle is one of those things you get a craving for and have to get a White Castles. And if you buy it at the grocery store, it's terrible. So they actually sell them at the grocery store. And because I did not live close, I went and bought one. And I still regret it. Like, why would they do that? No, White Castles is underrated. And you gentlemen, don't let the fact that Vader had a White Castle of Fear match back in the day keep you away from White Castles. It's incredible. And we got to put that on your list. Yes.
Shout out to the person working the takeout in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle was actually Anthony Anderson. I love that. That was a good movie. Weird movie, but very good. All right. So we're getting into the top 10 now, the most popular, the places with the most locations. Shout out to, I'm going to get this wrong, Luckin Coffee and Mix You Ice Cream and Tea, which are 9th and 4th in the table with over 13,000 and over 36,000 locations each, but they are both Chinese based and I've never heard of them before. So they're not on the list today because I don't presume that we've done either of them. But we'll get into the top 10. Number 10, almost 8,000 locations. Taco Bell. Rylan, where are you at on Taco Bell?
Oh, I love fucking Taco Bell, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think there's definitely some issues. It's probably trauma or something like that. But no, Taco Bell was the first place to go, hey, you're still hungry? How about we just give you a box of food? How about we just put 4 walls around that food for you? And I'm here for it because it's fake. It's not traditional Mexican food, and I'm okay with it. I've accepted what it is. Those Mexi fries are delicious. I will say I'm a Barbarito fan when it comes to the fry supreme. More so, and Taco Time did it with tater tots, and that was also awesome. However,
do they do the Taco Times in America, or is that a Canadian thing?
If it is, I've never heard of it.
I think it's a Canadian thing, which is it's just interesting in and of itself. But yeah,
but
Crisp
no,
meat burrito, man, that hits well.
Taco Bell, you know what? I'm gonna go underrated because people hate it. People crucify Taco Bell.
Jack, Taco Bell.
They do. There is nothing Mexican or Mexican adjacent at Taco Bell.
No.
So if you're going for that, don't go.
No.
But if you can get past that, you can have a grilled stuffed burrito, which is like just a puck of love. Like it's all the good stuff that you want. It's the meat, it's cheese, it's cream, it's rice, all in one burrito. And the other day, I went and I had something. I hadn't had it for a very long time. You ever had the little cinnamon twist that you can get? Yeah. I could not believe that I was eating it. And by the time they were finished, I wanted another pack. Like that was my first time really having it. And it's like, how did I go this many years? But like you said, they sell you the breakfast. They sell you the 4 walls with tacos and like it's incredible. It's incredible. Their marketing is incredible. You get Taco Bell. Yes, I think they are very underrated.
Taco Bell, yeah, let's clean sweep. Taco Bell's underrated.
Kyle, I thought you were gonna go nuts on me.
You think I'm way more high class than I am.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out when we get royal.
But no, Taco Bell. Like you get the $10 of food. A lot of Taco Bells are Taco Bell KFCs, so I like to throw popcorn chicken in my box. Because why not? But you get the box of food. You get the Baja Blast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Shout out to the Baja Blast, which Mountain Dew figured it out one time. They made the recipe one time, and Taco Bell knew it, and they snapped that up. Don't let you get that anywhere else. But yeah, Underrated. That's I'm a fan of the Taco Bell. It's still cheap too, which
Oh yeah,
a lot of
dirt
these
cheap.
places have gotten real expensive. You can still get a solid amount of food for about $10, which is hard to do. Canadian dollars are not going as far as they used to. Rylan, I think this might be another push for both of us. The Krispy Kreme. Have you done a Krispy Kreme?
I have had Krispy Kreme. Not,
Okay.
I have never gone to a Krispy Kreme, but I've had people bring home Krispy Kreme from the States. Like I had a friend who, man, his parents would bring back like 9 boxes of these things, throw them in the freezer, and just pull them out every once in a while. Overrated. Overrated. Had it fresh, had it post frozen. Just it's as a donut lover, it's just a glazed donut. There was really nothing about it that lit my world on fire. People talk about it like it should be, but I don't know. I gotta go overrated on it.
So they are getting a Krispy Kreme in Winnipeg sometime this year. And when it opens, I will go and I'll tell the people of this good show whether or not it hits the way that people have said it does. Until that day, I have never tried it. Almost did once, but we ended up going somewhere else for reasons I don't understand to this day. But Krispy Kreme is a push for me. Jack, Krispy Kreme.
So I look forward to the day that you can be disappointed by Krispy Kreme. I want that for you. I really do.
Yeah.
I think the thing about Krispy Kreme is what they did that was revolutionary was the hot light. Like people will crash a car, but if you going past it in the hot light, come on to get in there. And is the donut good when it's hot? Yes, but most stuff is good when it's hot. Beyond that, like they got all types of funky flavors, and none of it is really that good at all. The hot light, if you catch it hot, is good, but beyond that, like even here at gas stations, you get Krispy Kreme donuts, and they're just in the little pathetic case with the Krispy Kreme box with the logo, and it's just sad. It makes me sad every time I see it. So I look forward to the day that you can be just as disappointed as I am. That is way, way overrated.
It's going to be on the other side of town from where I am, so I'm going to end up having to drive 30 minutes to get disappointed by Krispy Kreme.
Oh, they'll take care of you. Don't worry.
All right. This one I have done once, but I haven't gotten enough stuff from here for me to say. Rylan, I'm not sure if you've done this one. Dunkin'. I'm going to push Dunkin' because, again, it's very America.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have.
Yeah.
So I'll have to push it as well.
Jack?
Time to make the donuts. They're like that was their big commercial.
Yeah.
You know, the guys waking up at 3:00 in the morning, time to make the donuts. And once again, I look forward to the day that you can be disappointed in those as well. Because Dunkin' Donuts is I would say if Krispy Kremes and Dunkin' Donuts were right next to each other, it would be hard for me to figure out which one would be more disappointing. That is very, very, very overrated. Very overrated.
11,000 plus locations across, I assume, most of the U.S. I don't know that the Dunkin's has made it across the border, and I don't know that it ever will, so long as the Tim Hortons has something to say about it. We have our own disappointing donut chain. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Number 7, Rylan, Domino's.
I'm gonna push Domino's. I wish they didn't charge extra for so much. Like, if you want to, you can't get steak, chicken, like any other cheese without paying an additional fee. So I think it's a little bit ridiculous. Can't change to like Alfredo sauce as the base without paying an extra $2. However, the pizza is consistent. I like a pizza place that will cut my pizza into squares for me because I like it that way. It reminds me of an easier time. And when it comes to the other stuff on the menu, they've invented a stuffed garlic bread that is absolutely fantastic. The pasta's okay. The wings are disappointing, but that's okay. And other than that, no, like, I mean, there's two pizza chains in my town, a Domino's and a Pizza Hut. And then otherwise you got to go local. And let me tell you, the local's expensive. So yeah, I'm going to push Domino's.
Jack, Domino's.
So would Domino's be considered fast food?
That's interesting. Like I personally, I would say yes, but I'm not sure. Pizza places are such a border territory, but I'm going to count it for today.
I think with Little Caesars would put them in that vein.
Yes.
Is that you can get it hot and ready.
Yes.
And that makes it fast food. Domino's, you gotta wait. I mean, Domino's is. I would say Domino's is it's overrated. It's overrated. Not a whole lot to say about it. You know, they revolutionized and try to change things. You know, put garlic in the crust and little things like that. But you know, they came with the Philly cheesesteak pizza that was passable. Yeah, but no, they are still pretty overrated.
Domino's for me, it's a push for me. In terms of like the cheap pizza, they're probably the best of the cheap pizzas. They're certainly better than Little Caesars. Even though but Little Caesars, yeah, you can do the hot and ready, but it's rare you can get them hot and ready anymore. So Domino's, I used to have a Domino's within walking distance from where I lived during the pandemic, so that was not a bad meal when I didn't feel like cooking. The garlic parm sauce on the pizza is pretty good. But yeah, the thing I'll say about Domino's is that whatever they are, they're consistent, which I'll give them credit for. I've had Domino's at 2 in the afternoon. I've had Domino's at 2 in the morning. They have it pretty down, and there's something to that. So I'll give it a push. This one's probably going to be the most controversial as to whether or not we're including it as fast food, but I'm going to anyway. Again, it's sort of on that borderline with 18,000 still to this day. Locations, Pizza Hut. Rylan, where are you on the Pizza Hut?
Always gonna love Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was the pizza place that we grew up, like our family came up with. Anytime we went to a family gathering, it was always a Pizza Hut right by your place. I love the crust. I miss the buffet. I miss the lunch buffet because it was the Pizza Hut lunch buffet was underrated.
Yeah.
They invented, or sorry, they probably didn't invent stuffed crust, but they certainly like when that was like. Yeah, they were early in it, and when it never used to just be all the time. It would come and it would go, and now it's there all the time, and it's great. It's fine. I'm not a huge fan of it as much so now, but they even got crazy and started spicing up the cheese in there. Like they get nuts. But I will say, no, I think it's one of the best like pizzas on the market for me. If it's when we're talking about chains, I love Pizza Hut, so I'm gonna go. I'll go with a push.
Yeah. Jack, Pizza Hut.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said the buffet. You know, like that is a very fond memory I have of going to the buffets and them having a pretty cool salad bar to go with the good pizza. And don't get me started on the dessert pizza where you put the apple pie filling on it and you come with the crumb topping and then you come with the frosting. Like, shut up and take my money. I'm going to say I have so many positive memories attached to that. You know that that's definitely going to be underrated.
Yeah, Pizza Hut's a nostalgic thing for me. So I'll tell you this, Ian. I don't know how ubiquitous this is across the states, but in Winnipeg officially, we no longer have any actual Huts. The Huts are all gone. They've converted them all into like strip mall, order and take out Pizza Huts, and we know we are now deprived of our Huts. They've all been converted into something else. There's a Hut that's a Leopold's Tavern now, which is not a bad food. Yeah, whatever.
Makes me feel icky.
Pizza Hut is nostalgia. I'll say this. I'll give Pizza Hut a push as well. I now live outside the delivery zone of a Pizza Hut where I currently live, because I live in the middle of the city and they closed the closest Pizza Hut. And if you're outside of 3 kilometers or like mile and a half or whatever it is, you can't get Pizza Hut delivered to you anymore. And I'm exactly on the borderline. They won't bring me my Pizza Hut anymore. So yeah, I kind of miss it a little bit. I realize I miss it. So I'm gonna give it a push. 5 more to go. We'll rifle through these. Rylan, Burger King.
Underrated. You get so much food for so little money. The burgers are good. I love a flame broiled burger.
But at what
you
cost?
taste it. Probably my health, but like I'll take it. Love the crispy chickens or the spicy chicken sandwich. I even loved the original chicken sandwich. People think I'm crazy for that, but I loved that thing for a long time. What else is good at Burger King? Like they got chicken fries. I love it.
They still do chicken fries, do they?
They got spicy ones now, man. They just put them out. We got a Burger King in Napa Knee like overnight. Like it wasn't there, and then all of a sudden you went to work the next day, and poof, there he was standing out there with his crown on. I that's probably like for me the best fast food burger. I like it a little bit more than Wendy's burgers, but yeah, there's something about the flavor of the way they do it that does it for me. So underrated for Burger King.
Jack, Burger King.
I'm agree with you on that. Like the fact that the burgers are flame broiled gives it another something. Like you can't get a Burger King burger at McDonald's. Burger King is something specific. I like that. I like the fact that, I always thought that they had really good French fries as well. So I rock with the French fries. And I mean, Burger King, like you get full on Burger King, like, cause it's a nice hearty burger. I always love the dipping sauces, the different dipping sauces that they have, the BK dipping sauces. Pretty legendary. They got good breakfast as well, so I think they're pretty well rounded. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that Burger King is that one is definitely underrated.
Burger King teamed up with the Backstreet Boys and put out albums that you would get with your meals during the time that the Backstreet Boys were a popular group.
Wild. That's so weird. That company's odd. This might just be my experience of where I grew up and the Burger Kings where they are located in the city of Winnipeg. But I've never seen anybody be happy in a Burger King. I have gone to Burger Kings and I have stood there waiting for my food with all of these people that are there, the people working there, the people eating there. Nobody is happy in the Burger King. And I never understood it.
The Burger Kingdom is sad.
The Burger Kingdom is sad. It's overrated to me. Like, I get it. It is very cheap. It is very available. It is very fast, whatever it happens to be. It is the cheapest burger you can get. You can get a comical amount of food for not a lot of money. But what the thing for me is at what cost? And there is a line for me on which I am not willing to go under, and that line wears Crown. And I can't apologize for that.
Oh man.
Rylan, number 4, KFC.
Ooh, overrated. The gravy, I miss the gravy from the 90s. It's not the same anymore.
A real salty gravy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken gravy. I don't even think they use chicken
fries
gravy.
are good. The fries are good. Popcorn chicken's cool. I like that chicken bowl thing they did with the mashed potatoes and the corn. I dug that. That was pretty good. But like you to get a bucket of chicken, go to Popeyes. Like don't get a bucket of chicken from KFC. It'll be like a Krispy Kreme donut. You'll be disappointed.
Jack, KFC.
No, you're right. I don't think nobody is going to KFC to get a bucket of chicken anytime soon. That's just not a thing. I'm going to say that KFC is definitely overrated. I mean, hell, they even use chicken patties as buns on a sandwich at
Oh,
one
I
point.
forgot about that. I
The
ate that
double
thing.
down.
I ate that thing
You
once.
doubled down.
I
The
did.
double down. Yeah, that's a salt bomb for you, buddy. So I give them an A for effort, but I just no,
That's probably
no.
what gave me acid reflux. That's patient zero right there.
Yeah, I did KFC recently, and like I'll say this, like Taco Bell, they're trying. They're throwing new stuff on that menu. They're trying to make it work, but they can do way more on that Taco Bell menu. That level of innovation. Whoever's on the Taco Bell team, they seem to be able to figure out new stuff in ways that KFC just can't seem to do. Overrated. Like it again, it's not the worst thing ever. The chicken sandwiches are fine, but also the same problem with Burger King. I ain't never seen anybody happy in a KFC. I've been to so many KFCs across this great country, and I have yet to see somebody happy in a KFC.
I feel
And
like
if chicken is what you do, it should be good chicken.
Yes,
And it's kind of just like that. It's in the name, Kentucky Fried Chicken. But nobody says I'm going to KFC to get chicken, and that's a problem.
Yeah,
for me, like I remember there was a time when KFC was celebrated and it was the best chicken on the market, and then Popeyes came, and then we realized that we were wrong.
Yeah,
what happened. We turned on the Colonel real fast.
KFC was just the only thing we had for chicken for so long, right? Like there was the only place you could get the chicken, and the gravy was still good. The fries were solid. They gave us the deep and delicious chocolate cake with it.
Yep,
I can rock a deep and delicious for sure to this day, but like, yeah, it just doesn't.
The Colonel turned heel on us, guys.
The Colonel did turn. We'll talk about the other heel turn later. Number 3, Starbucks, Rylan.
Oh my God. People like you're either like you know your local coffee chain, be it Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or whatever, or you're a Starbucks person. And I'm a Starbucks person. Best iced coffee cold brew on the market. It's expensive, yeah, but again, it's this fucking big. Like, it'll get you through the day. And it's not cheap coffee. Like it's not, Tim Hortons coffee. It's not Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's different. It's on a different playing field. So I'm gonna go underrated.
Okay. Jack, Starbucks.
So Starbucks, I'm gonna have to go very overrated on Starbucks. And you would have to explain the Starbucks terminology to somebody. The difference between a venti and I shouldn't have to get instructions prior to walking in to order coffee.
When they correct me when I say medium, that's a no. You know what I mean. I know what I mean. I'm fine with you calling it whatever you want. But if I say medium, we all know what we're talking about here.
That is commitment to the gimmick. That's what that is. They're getting it over. Yeah, they have food. Why? Because it's
the food's not good. I'll give you that.
It's all overpriced. It's all very overpriced. It's very expensive, and it's just not great. It's yeah.
I'm overrated as well. I don't mind like a Starbucks drink. First, I'm not really a coffee drinker, so like that just doesn't hit for me. And at a Starbucks in New York, I had the worst hot chocolate of my entire life. It was like $5 and it tasted like garbage. But there are beverages that I don't mind there. The food it doesn't look edible, and I've tried a couple times to get like even like a Danish. I'm like, Jesus, how do you mess up a Danish?
They do.
They find a way. Like, I get it. There's a culture around Starbucks, and my sister's got a 10-word plus order for her beverage of choice. She's admittedly vegan, so that contributes to some of the words. But even still, like I understand it, but and it's funny that the online order app for Starbucks was invented so people didn't have to say the words to the person because they don't want to have to say those words.
I believe that. Venti.
It's an overrated. But like again, I'm not as vitriolic about Starbucks as I am about some of the other ones, but I still come back to me when you make something food wise that I'm going to want to actually eat.
They're not. Don't hold your breath.
Speaking of, Rylan, number 2, Subway.
Subway tastes like it smells. Like when you walk into Subway and you smell the air, you smell that cheese and that bread, that's exactly what you're going to taste when you put that thing in your mouth. I'm okay with it. Like it's okay. I don't get Subway that often because I am not committed enough to want to eat a healthier version of something bad. Like it's
not healthier though.
It's not. You're eating a loaf of bread for lunch. Like
you are
a loaf of bread covered in deli meat.
Yeah, like it's so ultimately like yeah, no, I gotta go overrated on Subway. I like it, but like there's just Quiznos is better. Quiznos is better.
Jack, Subway.
The Subway they had something with $5 foot long. They had something, and they even screwed that up. So no Subway. They over the years, like right now, and I only know this because I saw it and it was sad. So right now, Subway are selling foot-long pretzels, foot-long churros, and a foot-long chocolate chip cookie. Like why? Like why? Who asked for this? Who?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's what I have got to know. Who asked for this? No, Subway is, we're not even gonna mention Jared. We're gonna put him in a little box. We're not even gonna. No, Subway.
South Park guys got to get their. They got their one, and then now we can never talk about him again. Admittedly, YouTube and reaction, fractured but whole. The reaction videos to seeing that playing that blind is amazing. Subway's mad overrated. It's just not particularly good, and I'll still do it on occasion. I'll still have Subway every now and again because they're everywhere. And sometimes you find yourself in a town where there's a Tim Hortons and a Subway, and those are your choices. Yes.
That's a bad day. That's a bad day.
When I want Subway, is the only time I want Subway is when I'm craving cucumbers on my sandwich. That's the only time. Other than that,
that's like sometimes you find yourself taking a Greyhound bus and stopping at all the towns between Calgary and Winnipeg, of which there are many, and none of them have actual food that you can get. They might have a local restaurant, but you don't want to take your chances with that. If you're in Estevan, Saskatchewan, no. You don't want to roll those dice. So yeah, sometimes the Subway is what you got, but like, it never hits quite right.
Nobody bats an eyelash about meatballs from Subway. Like, who told Subway they should put meatballs on stuff?
So
like,
this is the wild thing about the meatball sub. The meatball sub used to be one of those $5 subs, and now the meatball sub is like $13. And it hasn't gotten better. It hasn't improved.
They have chicken that they put on it, and it's like a weird looking chicken, like patty with no bread on it. I'm done. I refuse to give them any more time.
There are, according to Wikipedia here, there are 37,000 subways, or at least there were in 2021. Hopefully there's going to be less, but I feel like there's only going to be more. There's like converted barns that are subways now. It's just a whole thing. Number one, I don't think anyone's surprised what the most popular one is.
The main event.
40,000 plus locations across presumably North America, maybe the world. Who even knows? $23 billion US in revenue in 2021. McDonald's. Rylan, where do you go on McDonald's?
So more recently, I've had McDonald's, and it's finally gotten to the point where I can't stomach it anymore. Like, I feel so shitty after eating it that it's not worth what I did to myself. However, sometimes you need McDonald's, and that's unfortunately been bred into us over the years. Sometimes McDonald's is exactly what you need. Sometimes you're drunk, sometimes you're hungover, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're stoned, and there are times when you need that Rotten Ronnie's. You need it. So I'm gonna give it a push. I literally have an apple pie McFlurry in my freezer right now. I think after this is over and done with, it's gonna get messy because I need it.
I have never thought about an apple pie McFlurry, and now you may be making me change my vote.
They just introduced I don't know if this is just in Canada or whatever, but they did some we're gonna put the weird stuff on the menu that you keep asking for or whatever. So they have a sweet chili junior chicken.
They have a surf and turf. They have a Filet-O-Fish and a burger patty.
Yeah, it's wild times at McDonald's right now. Jack, where are you at with McDonald's?
So, McDonald's is necessary. McDonald's is necessary. No matter where you go, you are going to get something reminiscent of what you call McDonald's because it's going to be consistent. I think it's necessary. I wish somebody can explain to me why the McFlurry machine is never working. Does that happen here too? There's memes about the ice cream machine being out of order.
So I actually do know why this is. It's because for whatever reason they bought these really old ice cream machines and signed themselves up to a contract where only the ice cream machine maker can actually do stuff, can fix it.
Oh god!
And so they're stuck with these terrible bad ice cream machines for whatever reason. This is what they've done, and they have not been able. I think because the idea was the machines pumped volume rather than they're broken all the time and they're old.
I have never been more conflicted than I am right now because McDonald's is so necessary. But I have never been to McDonald's and it's this is fucking great. This is incredible. That just has not happened. Now, I remember going to McDonald's because the Power Ranger toy was in there. Mom, I need the Power Ranger toy. I didn't give a shit about what was in the box. I wanted the toy. As a grown person, going to McDonald's now, and I don't know how your McDonald's there work. You can't even talk to the people at McDonald's anymore. When you go into McDonald's, you order off a screen. You never see a person. They push your stuff onto the table, and if it's not right, you go back to the screen and you tell the screen it is not right, and they try to fix it.
So
I have never been more conflicted.
We have not gotten to that point yet, but it's coming. The screen's there, but they still have a person at the desk.
I pray for the day that you can be just disappointed with this screen as I am every single time. McDonald's is necessary. It is under and overrated at the same time, and that doesn't even make sense. But that's what happens when you're in the main event because you're McDonald's.
I don't. So, McDonald's to me is how I explain to people that I'm a wrestling fan. I know it gets bad sometimes. I know Roman Reigns wins sometimes when you don't. I know John Cena wins sometimes when you don't want him to. I know Kofi got beat in 7 seconds. I'm aware of these things. I experience what a McDouble does to the rest of my digestive system after it's in there. I know what it feels like. I know that, the Big Mac doesn't feel, the fries don't quite feel the same as they should. I know it. And yet, every once in a while, sometimes more often than I'd like to, I pass by those arches and something compels me to keep going. I can't explain what it is. We need scientists to get to work on why this is and how we can fix it. If there are drugs I can take to cure me of this affliction,
That goddamn fucking clown, man.
I will take them.
He was pumping it into our systems when we were young. He was terrifying, and all of his freak friends, the big purple guy, the hobgoblin.
It is a metaphor for life. Like the way you just broke that down, a Harvard professor could not throw a flag at that. Yes, that is how you main event a show, buddy. That is how you do it. My God.
Maybe somebody will figure it out sometimes, and we will give that person a Nobel Prize.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
If they can find a way to figure it out to break us of this, I don't care which one it is. We'll give them all to you. You can get all 6 of them. Whatever.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
But until that day, every couple weeks, every month, whatever it happens to be, I'm going to pass by it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to be on my app, scrolling through. I'll be like, I really need a Big Mac right now.
It's an abusive relationship.
It is. It truly is.
They're going to punch you, but they're going to give you flowers after. Like, here you go. I'm sorry for what I did.
With McDonald's, for me, it's more like they give me the flowers and then they punch me after. But that's just me.
But my point is, it's like you don't want it, but you all keep going back. I don't want it. I don't want it, but I keep going back.
You don't have a choice. McDonald's is giving nobody a choice. It's probably a McDonald's within 20 feet of you at all times. I don't care where you are. Mm-hmm. If you don't recognize anything, McDonald's, you will recognize it. It's like an oasis in a sea of everything. McDonald's is probably the most recognizable sign in the world. We didn't ask for that.
No, we didn't. The one thing I will say about McDonald's is it has gotten increasingly more expensive over the years, and the quality has never changed, and that's a concern.
So that's the thing. McDonald's in Canada made their one move because they weren't satisfied with just lunch and just dinner and just being drunk at 2 a.m. They wanted breakfast too because they were Vince McMahon taking over the territories. They bought out the WCW that was Tim Hortons, and they made a shell of its former self.
God. Do you guys have the McRib sandwich at your McDonald's?
So let me tell you something. This year, for whatever reason, McRib Mania took over my friend groups. I don't know what happened during the summer. There's something about what happened this summer where everyone had to try the McRib. And I admittedly did try the McRib. And it was exactly as disappointing as I expected it to be.
Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because these genius bastards, what they do is they bring the McRib out for a period of time, and then they disappear it. And they do it like a thief in the night. It's gone. And then there's a marketing campaign when it's coming back. So people that we're not even thinking about a McRib because McDonald's says for a limited time only that is going to compel somebody to go buy the most disappointing sandwich in history and eat it. And when it comes back, you'll go back and you'll review it once again. And you get to the same place. McDonald's is the heel. They are a heel.
It is the great thing about McDonald's in terms of their marketing is they're always there making you think that you might want McDonald's. They always convince you might want it. And then for whatever reason, you always forget that you don't.
Two more points about McDonald's. The McRib is all right. I like the McRib.
That's not a good sandwich.
And the habanero sauce is actually very good. If you're gonna dip nuggets in something, go with the habanero sauce.
I tend to go. I like to get the Big Mac sauce for my fries now because, like, turns out that's just how I roll. It's a love-hate relationship. There ain't a lot of love, but there's just enough for me to keep wanting to go back.
Yeah,
and like
you can't help it.
And the mastery of it is they're always open. They're always there. Go onto the app at 3 a.m. after you've had too much. Go onto the apps at 3 a.m. Half of your app is going to be McDonald's. All the different locations that are they know. They know. Like, I don't want to get conspiratorial on you or whatever. But there's, again, whatever scientist, whatever politician, whatever person, human being can come out here and break up us at our spell, we're waiting for you. We need our savior. We need the baby face to come along.
I have reason to believe that this conversation is being listened to by McDonald's. And they are laughing just like this. Because it ain't nothing we can do about it.
Because we know all of us are saying all of these terrible things. And within the next month, we will be back.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Twice on Sunday.
All right. This went longer than I thought it was going to. And that was probably one of the most fascinating rants I think we've had in the history of this podcast. But, like,
very passionate, man. We are very passionate about it's my God. McDonald's, you bastards.
Chef Jack, honestly, the McDonald's part of this needs to be cut out and put out for the world to see. We need to let the world know. We need to get our best minds on this. Chef Jack, thank you so much for coming out and supporting. We appreciate you very much. Talking about wrestling, talking about food. This is what we're here for. And these conversations are always amazing.
Yes, gentlemen, it has been an honor.
We appreciate you greatly.
Before we go, have you tried the Nanaimo bar yet?
No.
Okay.
But I need to get back to that. Yes. No, I haven't.
Okay.
But when I do,
let us know. I'm
gonna let you know.
We got to review this thing. That's
yes.
The one bit of Canada we need you to try for us.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much to everybody who has listened to all the way to the end of this very long show. We sure appreciate each and every one of you, but not McDonald's. We'll be back. We don't appreciate you. But you and everyone else have been Wallop.